Yes, good afternoon, Stormi. My name is Max Eckerson, and I am replying to your discussion post 4. Um, and you talked about the ACA Code of Ethics, and so the one that you brought up that I too had some hesitancy on um, was E5D, and it talks about refraining from diagnosis. And so I just wanted to read some of the information first. So it says if a counselor believes that it would cause harm to the client or others, then they should refrain from a diagnosis. Also, it goes on to say counselors carefully considering both the positive and negative implications of a diagnosis. I also looked in the book of Shepherd's 2020, and in chapter 1 it talks about assessments. It says it is also critical for establishing the goals and objectives of counseling for determining the most effective intervention. So when I put all that together, I feel like it gave me a different perspective and thoughts on the code of ethics of E5D. And I feel like what it was explaining and to me was that, you know, at the end of the day, we as counselors need to make sure that the diagnosis is correct. And I feel like the diagnosis, um, you know, then also the intervention, and then also having a plan for our clients is they go hand in hand. So I believe as a counselor, if we are hesitant on a diagnosis, then it's probably the best bet to refrain until we are absolutely sure. And if that's through doing multiple assessments, which might be just a good idea all around instead of just trusting one to make sure we do multiple for us diagnosing with a possible mental disorder or other disorders. And because this, as it talks about that a positive or negative diagnosis, it could really change their life and how people view them from a positive or negative way. So as a counselor and as counselors sticking to our standard of ethics, making sure that we give our client the best possible care, and that I believe that is through giving the proper diagnosis. And also, if we are not sure and if we are hesitant on giving a diagnosis, then talking with our supervisor, talking to other counselors and other people in our field to really make sure that we are on the right track and that this is the correct diagnosis. Um, because at the end of the day, we are to really take care of our clients and give them the best care possible that we know and know how to. And so I feel like with this, it's the code of ethics is not so much saying refrain from it, but refrain if there's a strong hesitancy and we are really unsure. So wait until we are sure about the diagnosis and then give that, through the different assessments that we might be pursuing. So that is my thoughts. I thought you did a great job and really made me think through, even in a deeper way than I did before. So thank you for that. And I just hope that you have a great rest of your semester and a great rest of your summer.